All right. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. I see some of my couch potatoes already in this beach. Hey, Pico. I love you. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get it started. I know lately I haven't really been doing my full hour, but when I tell y'all back pain ain't no joke on top of lupus, it just don't mix right. So tomorrow I go to see if I get my clearance for my back surgery. Hey. So hopefully that goes good. I don't know really the test that they're gonna do. I think it's like a stress test and all of that. Anyways, that's tomorrow. So hopefully everything goes smooth. And then March the 10th is my actual back surgery. So send me some positive vibes, love, and energy because, baby, when I say I need it. So without further ado, let's get it popping.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we live every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that's the couch every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
Period.
You keep testing my gates and my baby, something ain't right with this future I see. So I cut you off to keep my energy. You say you love me, then why is there proof? Don't need you in my life, just wait and you'll see. I appreciate the money cause I grew up in the struggle. Appreciate the hood cause it taught me how to hustle. Went through some hard times when I was down in my knuckles. I appreciate the ones who stuck around, just know I love you. I appreciate the long days in the trap. Appreciate the road every time I made it back. I appreciate the hard tan and that white. A nigga play with me, he don't appreciate his life. Don't appreciate his life. Come to me, you better come with some respect. Now in my feelings, I'm just telling you what's best. If it's real, you got animosity. I'm not tripping, but you gon' respect me. I'm not stressing, that's what you talking about. Even if my head is coming through to make you walk it out. You keep on rapping, but people come back and tell me what you can say. You got me giving my Grammy, and I appreciate my real niggas, my family and friends. The struggle only made me just be greater within. I know the people that surround me keep it real. Cause half the ones I keep around, I'm I appreciate the money cause I grew up in the struggle. Appreciate the hood cause it taught me how to hustle. Went through some hard times when I was down in my knuckles. I appreciate the ones who stuck around, just know I love you. I appreciate the long days in the trap. Appreciate the road every time I made it back. I appreciate the hard tan and that white. A nigga play with me, he don't appreciate his life. Don't appreciate his life.
That was the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Follow the Couch on Spotify, Pandora, and Apple Podcasts as well. Also, fan base, Big O, Tagged, and YouTube. The YouTube is THAREAL, JANELL. Make sure you subscribe, like. I just posted a new video. It's an hour long of the Rise program. I got a little bit of footage of some of the people that are up there, the ladies and the gentlemen Okay, and it was definitely an honor to come up there with Christy and everyone, Tess and Hattie, all of them. Everybody was such an amazing sport. I'm thankful to even be able to go up there and do that. I got a shirt, obviously. You see me? See me in my ride shirt. So, it's all about love, support, good vibes, and positive energy. And this whole week is Prison Jail Felon Talk. Any way that I can help somebody that, has been locked up before, whether it's letting them use my platform to spread the word on what life was like in there for them, because their story can help. Their story is very different than mine. And my story is very different than theirs. Each of our stories are different. So you never know what her story will do for you. This Friday, we do have a live guest that just recently got out. I'm not going to say her name yet, but I will be posting her flyer. So without further ado, I do want to say this before we go on. Moment of silence for the ones who lost their lives in the airplanes, from fentanyl, just any reason. If you know anybody that recently passed away, you think of them. Even the ones that you don't know, think of them. So let's give this moment to them. Okay. If you haven't already done so, check on your people. If you one of those ones that actually reach out, then you do the reaching. Don't just wait. You do the reaching. Reach out for your I couldn't even say that. I was trying to say I'm in pain. Let me refocus. I'm sure you can see it in my face. But make sure that you check on your people. If you know anybody that's locked up, and free my twin, Jack Black. If you know anybody that's locked up, write them. Write them if you can. I just got in contact with one of my friends. They actually transferred her to a different facility, which is actually in Texas, which is crazy. Because I thought she was getting out. But, y'all know how that goes whenever you locked up. You waiting on time. You waiting to get out. They tell you that you get out, and then they end up shipping you somewhere else. And it's like, damn, am I getting out or am I not? They play with your time. When it comes to giving you time, they give it to you quick. When it comes to giving you your time back, they give it to you slow. They will drag it until you like, damn. And by the time they drag it, they literally owe you days, but it's literally nothing they can do to give you those days back that they took from you. Because they didn't want to do their job properly and getting you out of the facility a little bit faster, because you're like, hey, I'm just trying to let you know that I actually have points that can get me out. Or I did this class that I see that they didn't credit me. That's why it's so important to, whenever you do classes, make sure that they credit you and that you can immediately see it reflected on your time. Hey, I need a slip. I need that time slip that says my new class is credited. I need to be able to see. Okay, cool. Whenever you can see it, that's whenever you know it's real. That's whenever you know it's real. Because the staff members, some of the staff members, it's almost like they act like the longer that you are specifically there is the bigger their check is going to be. But they getting a check regardless if we there or not, because they're working at the facility. So why not do your job? Some of the reasons is because they don't like the inmate that's asking, like, hey, can you see if, my points can kick me out? I'm pretty sure I calculated it right, and da-da-da-da. Or, hey, my time is wrong. I noticed that my time is wrong. And sometimes if you are a problem person on the yard, the staff members aren't going to do anything to help you get out faster. Even though you getting out faster would help get off of their nerves. Even though. But whatever. But sometimes they take it into their own hands or upon themselves to punish you. And sometimes punishing you means not looking at the staff request that you sent that says, hey, can you look at my time? My time sheet is wrong. I should be discharging right now. They're not looking at that because you are a problem person on the yard. Now they're pushing your paperwork back. If you're supposed to be getting your level this month, they pushing your level. You can wait till next month. I've been busy with the other people. So it's like, damn, do I stay true to me? Or do I bitch up? And that's how you feel. You feel like a bitch. Like I literally got to act like something that I'm not. Like I got to act like I'm not mad as fuck at you for doing this. And just humbly come to you like, hey, Anjobi, I know that, I haven't been the best, the stand-up inmate that I should be or that you expected me to be. But if there is, any way that you could take a moment and, put that to the side and just check and see if my days are right. Yeah. Depending on how they feel, it can go either way. It can be, just whatever you think, I'm gonna come around whenever you ready, and it can go either way, or they can be like, you know what, thank you for humbly coming to me like that. I respect that. Come sit down, let's look at your days. It can go one or two ways. Sometimes your days aren't always right. So you have to keep track of it. It's not going to be another inmate that's going to be like, hey, I noticed that your day. No. They don't know. Only you know about your days. Don't trust anyone when it comes to your day. I mean, I would even go as far as saying don't even let nobody see your days. Keep that shit to yourself. Act like it's a social security number. Because the thing is, like, when you on the yard, a lot of times people will keep it in the back of their mind when your discharge date is, just in case y'all ever get into it. I'm serious. If you make someone mad, say me and Tabitha's arguing. Sarah ain't got nothing to do with me and Tabitha's arguing about. But Sarah is Tabitha's friend. Now, Sarah and Tabitha was talking about it, and Sarah and Tabitha got another friend named Jonna. So Sarah, Tabitha, and Jonna is talking about why Tabitha and I got into an argument, and now Sarah, Jonna, Tabitha, and whoever else, Jessica, now none of them like me. Now their friends don't like me. All because of us getting into it. The whole yard can turn against you. And you can literally find yourself like looking like, damn, do I gotta fight the whole yard? You have to be careful who you put your trust into and what you put your trust into with them. Like, are you gonna tell them about your time? Are you going to tell them why you're there? I mean, they could easily look it up, of course. But are you going to tell them how much more time you got, if you're going to take parole, if parole is coming up, if this, that? Sometimes people set out just to be your friend to find that information out. So just in case you get into it with somebody that got the bag or somebody that's willing to pay for that information, they got it. They got it. Just like yesterday when we talked about having a co-defendant on your case. Okay, well, when you make it to the yard, you literally have to be careful who is your friend. Because not everybody wants to be your friend truly. And 9 times out of 10, they have an ulterior motive. Sometimes you won't find out until later. But your relationship with that person could sometimes depend on if the whole yard fuck with you or not. Because if the person that you into it with is popular on the yard or getting the bag on the yard, they can easily be like, yo, go rob that bitch. Yo, go beat that bitch up every day. And sometimes people will just beat that bitch up every day just so you can look at them like, that cool person being looking like, yeah, I could depend on such and such. Anytime I say something, they gonna jump and beat their ass, but not realizing that you look like a crash dummy. Actually, you are a crash dummy. You in the penitentiary fighting for the next motherfucker just so you can get cool points to go where? On the same yard? To yourself? To what? Get a noodle? A joint? A cigarette? And people do. I seen this girl knock her play mama out for her daddy, for her play daddy, because she didn't want to give up no canteen. And so the daughter came and she knocked the mama out. And guess what happened to the mama? She died. They had to revive her on that yard. Do you think that daddy was like, oh, you know what? Take me to lock because I'm the one that told her to do that. She should not go to lock. I don't care if she died. Nope. I'm so sorry. Revive her and let her know that it was take me. No. She just let them take her play daughter. And then watched the mama fight for her life and went on about her business. Now, if she wanted to, if she was holding a bag or if she had that pool in the yard, she could have sent somebody to finish the girl off in medical so she could make sure that her daughter don't get in trouble or however she wanted to do that. And it can happen. The women's yard is thugs too. They got thugs on their fucking yard. And why everybody is immigration has been all over the news. You don't think them penitentiaries is full of immigrants? You don't think they ain't talking about sending them motherfuckers back? No, they took them straight to the penitentiary, Maple Bassett. I remember some of them couldn't even speak English at one point. This is the thing is, y'all taking them to the penitentiary. This is before President Trump, y'all. They was taking them to the penitentiary instead of deporting them. And then whenever they got done doing their time, you still did. It's like, damn, that's almost like double jeopardy. But back to, no matter what you say, if I got pulled and I say, hey, go get Sarah, beat her ass, they gonna beat her ass. Be careful who you befriend on the yard. And not every lifer has a lifer mentality. And what I mean by a lifer mentality is sometimes I've seen some lifers have not a care in the world because if it's like, this is their yard. If you don't do what I say, I'll beat your ass. I'll take something from you. I'll make you feel low, whatever. And then you have some lifers that's like, yo, hey, I'm just doing my time. Fuck it. I'm here. I just want my environment, my energy to be good. But if that lifer got some pull and you do the wrong thing in their cell, around their cell, or to them, all they got to do is make that call. Hoo-dee-hoo! And it's over with. Keep your time to yourself. Because there's one person that's on that yard that is watching and listening for one slip up. And one slip up is your personal business or something that they can use against you. They even listening to you on the phone. You on the phone with your family telling whatever you telling them. They watching for weaknesses. They listening for certain words to see if you gonna be able to hold it down or you gonna fold like a motherfucking lawn chair. And they gonna test you. Some people go through their whole prison term and never get tested. And some people get tested on a day-to-day basis. depending on how you handle that test, it's really going to shape your stay. I remember it wasn't even like I was being tested by just like the yard. It was like a domestic between somebody I thought was attractive when I was on medication, and when I got off, I was like, yo, I know I tell this story a lot, but yo, it's just crazy, because it was like I was on medication, and the medication was altering my mind. It made me think that this young lady was beautiful, and she was not. She wasn't my type. She was ugly, and I told her so. She beat me up. Cool, I took that. But it's different when you have a domestic. When you having a domestic, a lot of people don't like to get involved, because y'all gonna get back together. Some people, they don't get back together. In my case, I didn't. That was that. Baby girl, no. But once it's a domestic, it's like a mutual, we already know, like, let's let y'all handle that. Unless it's getting so bad to where it looks like you're literally about to kill your girlfriend, that's when somebody will intervene. Now, intervene at your own risk. Because I've seen people intervene on a domestic, and then the girlfriends turned around and beat the person up that intervened. It can happen. It can happen. Now, you be careful with your sensitive information. You don't get into domestics. When you go to breakfast, you brush your teeth. These are some key things that you need to know for the penitentiary if you end up going. If you're on the verge of like, oh my God, I got to sign for some time. Or if you know any kids, this is why we do prison, jail, felon talk every month, because there might be some kids that's out there that's literally getting into trouble. And if they hear a story on the couch that can resonate with them, mine might not resonate with them. But Jennifer's might. But Sarah's might. But Anna's might. But Talia's might. It's important to share your story because it's so many people in the world. And just like y'all made Hop Tua go viral, somebody might make you go viral with your story. If you're just now tuning in, it's Prison Jail Felon Talk. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time on the couch. Oh, not Prison Jail Felon Talk, but you know what I'm trying to say. Y'all follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on all social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, THA Janell, and visit the website, thacouch.com. Now, and I know that some that watch the couch, they like, yeah, you know, I just can't think that everybody's going to be, listen, you can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, but when I'm telling you that you need to be careful if you ever have to do time with your sensitive information and trusting in everybody and be, prison is not where you can be green. You ain't got no time to be green. You ain't Elphaba. You ain't got the time, baby. You literally have to either watch somebody's movement and watch what somebody doing and learn that same motherfucking movement and get to doing that. That way you won't be tested. And if you end up getting tested, then you better stand that motherfucking ground, baby. You better stand that ground. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I keep trying to tell y'all I'm in so much pain. Send me some positive vibes, love, and energy. Please. Let me see. Ooh, let's jump into a song and I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Give y'all some good news real quick.
Boys, we hit the jackpot this time.
big time. I did big time, giving up them years. They took me straight off the front line, I'm not lying. And watching my mama cry up in that courtroom. Then the judge just dismissed me like I was dumb too. And the bailiff looked at me like, what you gon' do? My mind is fucked up, so all I'm thinking is I'm gon' shoot. And reality set in like it was supposed to. Cat calls down the house, that's what them folks do. Brown bag, bologna sandwich in them jumpsuits. My cellmate just did 100 years on some dumb shit. Damn, is this the end of the days? Cause living in a cell is just like being in a grave. If ain't no money on your books, then you ain't eating shit. You better pray that you can mail a penitentiary gift. And for them lonely days, a visitation list from your family and your friends, that's a major lift. And yo, spirit, all the drama on the yard, you wanna forget it, yeah. Behind these walls is different, and you wouldn't understand if you didn't live it, ayy. Big time, I did big time, ayy. And they took me out the front line. I'm still scarred from doing my time. And everybody say I should let go. I'm trying, but it is something to my mental. In or out the pen, you know I stand 10 toes. If you know, now you know, hold on, that ain't wrong. And I know I gotta think different, cause if I don't, then I guess I be the same nigga. Wait, I'm tryna let it go. I'm tryna be a better person so I don't have to get physical. I gotta get my mind right for the limelight. I don't care who judging if they don't know doing timeline. Tryna be an example to my fans and all my peoples and my nieces and my nephew. Big time, I did big time. Sitting in the cold cell in the daytime. Your time be fine, but it's not like the world, no. Big time, I did big time. Giving up them years, they took me straight off the front line, I'm not lying. And watching my mama cry up in that courtroom. Then the judges dismissed me like I was dumb too. Then the bailiff looked at me like, what you gon' do? My mind is fucked up, so all I'm thinking is I'm gon' shoot. Damn, is this the end of the days? Cause living in a cell is just like being in a grave.
Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. The last thing I want to share with you guys, because I'm sure that you could tell I'm in a lot of pain. When fighting a case and you're looking for a lawyer, find that one that actually gives a fuck about your case. If they say, I don't care if you're innocent or if you're guilty, you don't want them. Especially when you know you... No, I want you to believe in me and fight for me. Find someone who's passionate about finding truth and not finding... There's a lot... I mean, this is a Ponzi scheme. All they want is money. The courts want money. The jails want money. The lawyers want money. The money, this, money, that. So you don't want a lawyer that's only focused on the money. Even though you got to get paid, of course. But just like whenever you have a slip and fall and you get a lawyer that's helping you with that, they not asking to be paid front. They know they going to win this case, right? And they going to get their money. Eventually, yeah. So why are lawyers, some lawyers, are so money hungry? And you can just tell. You can literally tell when a lawyer is money hungry by the way they converse with you. By the way, if you do see them face to face, if they look you in your eyes and they telling you, you know, or if they steady trying to throw some stuff at you like, oh, yeah, you're going to have to go to trial. Oh, yeah, you might not win. Or, oh, this, that. Telling you, it's not the fact of, oh, I'm just being realistic with you. No. You already putting doubt in my mind, in this case, and in the atmosphere. And if you guys know anything about words are very powerful. I am going to get my case dismissed. This case is dismissed. I'm not worried about it. It's dismissed completely. find you a lawyer who wants to get that shit done within preliminary and not drag it out. Because there's lawyers that'll drag it out. And you know what that's doing? That's dragging your pockets out. That's not helping you that you're pushing my court date back. That's causing me harm to my pockets. Because the longer that this court is pushed, the longer I gotta pay you. And the longer that it's pushed, the easier it can go into another year, which that means bond is going up if anything happens. So be careful with who you choose for counsel. And contrary to what you believe, and we always say, hey, thank you so much. We always say that public defenders are public pretenders. But what about those public defenders that are specifically out there that really want to help at a no cost or little to no cost? And that's the only way they can do it. What if that's the only way they can do it to make sure that you don't have to pay out of pocket that much? There are some public pretenders that are actually defenders, that actually really want to help. And there's advocates that are in place to make sure that the ones that acting like they don't want to help have to help, that they have to uphold their duty and fight to the best of their ability to make sure that you're free. Because then what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Just like once you make it to prison, some staff members don't want to see you get out. There are some public defenders, even lawyers, even judges that don't want to see you go home, don't want to see you free. And it can be for any reason, just because they want to nail a case and you might just be one of the ones on the roster at the time. Or just because you might be Black, Hispanic, Native, white. It can be for any reason. That's why it sucks when you have somebody that's in place and in a place of power that can make those type of decisions, especially with a hateful heart. Lawyers, judges, DAs, correctional officers, case managers, unit managers. People that decide our freedom. Juries. When you're in that type of power and you have that type of power over somebody's freedom, you should never, ever, ever have hate in your heart. If you're a racist, then why are you in the seat that you're in? If you're just going to use your racism anytime that you want to, whenever you want, because, I mean, your job is, I can take your freedom away or I don't have to. And because I don't like the way your dreads look today, you're going to jail for 10 years. Or you're going to prison for 5. Spread love. There's so much hate in this world. In the system, in the judicial system. The judicial system is so corrupt. So corrupt. And we see it on a day-to-day basis. And the only way that we're going to be able to do anything or fight against it is to speak out. Speak out on encounters that you encountered or things that you endured. That's why it's so important to me for Prison Jail Felon Talk. Not just for the inmates, the prior inmates, or the prior convicted felons, but also the families. The families are affected too, still to this day. Some families still haven't gotten back right with their family because it's like, yo, hey, I'm a whole different person now. I look at life different, and you're not about to just talk to me any kind of way or get over on me. Family and our family. So then sometimes family don't like who they family came out to become. Because it's like, yo, I mean, it's nothing that you could have done about it. I had to do time. I had to be something. I had to put on this different type of armor. And some of it was the armor of God, but some of it was the armor of contraband. And it was the only thing that helped me get through. I'm just saying. Yeah. People in the power like that, lawyers, judges, DAs, they have a power over you that you have to literally humble yourself to get their mercy. You humbling yourself to get their mercy can depend on if you do a lot of time or a little time. If you get out or if you don't get out. So when I say you gotta be something or someone that you're not, y'all not always like, yes, master, please let me out. No. If y'all was in the world, you'd be like, man, if you don't open this motherfucking door, that's what you saying. It's not yes, ma'am, please, ma'am, sir, sir. You ain't doing all of that until you get to the yard. And then you turn into the ultimate slave. Whether you black, white, if you in prison, if you doing time, you a slave, baby. You're just a number or your last name to them. If you just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. And every Wednesday is from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that means you'll see me tomorrow at 9:30 Central Time. Yeah, you will. You will. We're going to vibe out tomorrow morning. Don't even worry about putting on no regular clothes, because I'm not going to jump up with no regular clothes. My appointment I ain't got to get there till noon, and it's literally right up the street. Okay? So, pajamas, okay, your tea, your coffee, whatever you drink in the morning, and let's vibe out. I will see you guys in the morning. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys. It's Prison Jail Felon Talk this whole week on the couch, but not tomorrow morning. We vibing. I might say a few things about Prison Jail Felon Talk, but I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night.